Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. Also commemorating World Social Work Day, World Social Work Week and World Social Work Month 2026 in collaboration with International Federation of Social Workers and other national and international social work fraternity and all other collaborators. Before we start our sessions, we welcome you all once again to the second day of International Conference and World Social Work Month celebrations 2026 and seek the blessings of Almighty.
गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today, we are commemorating International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter on March 15, 2026. International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter is observed on March 15th every year. On this day, Canadians joined concerned citizens around the world in protesting the horrific killing of young seals with the recent adoption of new regulations in the commercial seal hunt that allow for the slaughter of even more seals. This time honored custom, which is not a tradition, is sure to establish a new trend in terms of brutality and barbarity. According to the Canadian government, this is an exciting time for Canadian sealers as they prepare to once again ply their old trade 3 years after seal pups have fully recovered from the impacts of shortage and are now breeding at rates projected to be higher than ever before. The day of observance is used as a means to appeal to the plight of baby seals and warn about the dangers of killing them. So Canadian seal pups are brutally clubbed to death or shot at close range in the late spring and early summer. The annual slaughter is inhumane, unnecessary, and overwhelmingly opposed by the Canadian public. Seals are slaughtered for their fur, but due to a dwindling worldwide fur market, there isn't enough demand for seal skins to support this inhumane activity. Seals can also be killed for their fat, which can be turned into oil and marketed as a health supplement or fuel. However, with new technology and alternatives available, there is a little incentive to continue killing seals for any product. In 2004, the first International Day of Action against Canadian seal slaughter was held in New York City and was organized by the IFAW. The event took place on February 28 at the Grand Central Terminal. It was a major success with over 100 protesters and media coverage from several television news stations and newspapers. Seals are protected from hunters in Canada since 1987. Whitecoats newborn seal pups have been protected by the law. By the time they are 3 or 4 weeks old, their white fur will have fallen out and been replaced with brown or grey fur. Canadian government says it enforces a human kill method on hunting seals, including killing them quickly with a high-powered rifle shot on the head. One of the most significant moral issues in the seal hunting controversy has been the careless, deliberate promotion of the racial discrimination and hatred aimed at Newfoundlanders and Canadians by groups and individuals whose primary aim is to raise funds. One of the most unfortunate thing is that today the fur of the seal can retail up to $15 after the caption of the captain takes his cut. Hunters receive around $3 per pelt. Sea pelts are not particularly lucrative until the retail stage, but hunters must go through a thorough process to get to the point. So every year, hundreds of thousands of people visit the site to learn more about the Canadian seal killing. Many people are unaware of its size or that victims are baby seals rather than adult seals. You must inform your friends about what people do to helpless newborn seals each spring so that they can be educated. If you have some extra money, consider donating it to an organization. If you have some extra money, consider donating it to an organization that is working to end the commercial seal slaughter in Canada. Some organizations are on the ground at the killing sites documenting what happens so that they can raise more awareness around the issue with members of the organization and others who care about animal welfare issues like cruelty and abuse. Others work behind the scenes, drafting legislation and working with lawmakers to pass laws that would put an end to the commercial seal slaughter. So, petitioning is one of the most effective ways to raise awareness about an issue. You can circulate a petition among friends, family, and neighbors, or you can set up debates at local events such as concerts or sporting events. You can also go door to door in your neighborhood with a petition. If you need help creating a petition, you can use online petition services such as change.org or Care2 by following their instructions on how to start petitions on their sites. Hunting endangers seal populations. The North Atlantic Marine Mammal Commission warns that seal population will decline if hunting continues and shows no sign of decreasing. Harpseals.org reports that about 95% of the seals killed in the commercial seal hunt are just 3 weeks to 3 months old. According to the Sea Shepherd, a harp seal's diet consists of only 3% COD. Killing seals won't save fish. Ultimately, the general population does not need to kill seals to stay warm or eat meat. PETA claims that seals typically use clubs or hacker picks topped by barbed hammerheads to kill the animals, which is extremely cruel. So this event brings together animal rights activists from around the world in a show of solidarity that aims to raise awareness about the unnecessary nature of the Canadian commercial seal hunt. Raise your voices today. The International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter is important because it helps spread awareness about the commercial seal slaughter. It also allows people to take action against the cruel seal hunt in Canada and becomes more active in animal rights and wildlife conservation. The day is also essential because it encourages companies to stop producing products and made from seals like fur coats, rugs, and meat. Pressure from consumers can be very effective in changing what corporations decide to make and sell. Today is also commemorated as International Day Against Police Brutality on March 15th. In short known as IDAPB, is a global observance observed every year on March 15th and is a focal day of solidarity against police brutality. The first observation of the day began in 1997. Police brutality refers to the wanton use of excessive force by a police officer. It is one of the most prevalent forms of police misconduct and violence. Police brutality is widespread in many countries, and activists have been working tirelessly in demanding reforms in police conduct. Rallies and awareness programs are also organized to observe this day. Every year on March 15th, since 1997, activists from around the world call for protests and seek strict actions against police brutality. For years, anarchists called for action in Belarus on this day, but until recently, the day did not attract much attention. March 15 also marks the anniversary of the harsh detention of anarchists in the Minsk trolley bus in Belarus. Activists, anarchists, and the common public strongly condemned the police action. The violence of authorities, especially the police, destroys local communities and creates tension among the public. International Day Against Police Brutality highlights the human rights violation in imprisonment, beatings, and torture, something that is all too common in police procedures. Today, many of us are afraid of the police and try to avoid situations where we might have to visit the police station. And while violence against political activists might have reduced to some extent compared to the 20th century, violence against ordinary people is increasing either due to indifference or lack of solidarity. But how do we oppose police violence? There are countless ways to fight against police brutality if people come together and oppose it. In addition to active self-defense, it is then important to attract people's attention to the problem. People use tools such as graffiti, leaflets, stickers, and any other medium of the visual agitation, and also, of course, the dissemination of information about brutality and the fight against it on the internet. Every country deals differently with police brutality according to its legal system, but there are strict international laws that govern how and when police can use force. One of these is the UN Basic Principles on the use of force and firearms by law enforcement officials. Is police brutality legal? No. It will depend on the country, but anyone subjected to police brutality could sue the police officer or even the department for personal injury damages. Many cases of police brutality also involve civil rights violation under constitutional or federal laws. The levels of force police use include basic verbal and physical restraint, less lethal force, and lethal force. However, police officers should use only the necessary force to mitigate an incident, arrest someone, or protect themselves or others from harm. Many organizations that protest against the brutality hold rallies on International Day against police brutality. You can raise awareness about police brutality on social media or handing out pamphlets and reading materials on the International Day against police brutality. And let's start the tough conversations. You can donate to non-profit organizations fighting police brutality or that are helping provide legal assistance to those fighting a case against it. The number of documented police killings in the US has doubled over the last 2 decades and is on the rise. About 67% of Americans are killed by police using their firearms. About 200 American children under the age of 12 have been killed during an interaction with the police since 2000. Statistics show that 1% of police involved killings result in an arrest or indictment of the officer. The perpetrator usually goes unpunished. An estimated 84% of police reported that they have witnessed fellow officers using more force than necessary. The police are aware of police brutality. International Day Against Police Brutality reminds and makes us aware of our rights and citizens. This is a great day to brush up on the legal knowledge. While the police have been appointed to safeguard citizens' rights, they often abuse power. They have been trusted with. The day is a reminder that no one is above the law. International Day Against Police Brutality hopes for a day when police brutality no longer exists and the victims of it get their due justice. Today is also commemorated as World Folk Tales and Fables Week from March 15th to 21st, which takes place every year during the third week of March. And this year, in this week, this day is not driven or held by any one organization. It's down to the individuals and groups to decide how they celebrate. This event is dedicated to encouraging everyone to explore the lessons and cultural background of folk tales, fables, myths, and legends from around the world. Much like folk tales and fables, this day stands for it is an affair that's taken as far as an individual is comfortable with, but it has great potentials to unite people. Today is also commemorated as World Consumers Day, Consumer Rights Day, celebrated on 15th every year, is a global event that aims to raise awareness about the consumer rights and needs. Consumer rights means that every person who buys various products, goods, and services has the right to have information on the quality, purity, price, and standard of those products. Most people are not aware of their right as consumers, so by celebrating this day, we make others aware of the right to demand protection and stay safe from fraudulent activities in the marketplace. The ultimate goal of World Consumers Day, observed annually on March 15th, is to ensure consumers have all the necessary information to make an informed decision. The history of this day is an interesting one. Consumers International created and organizes World Consumer Rights Day annually. Consumers International is a global federation of consumer organizations founded in 1960, and the organization was founded as an independent and influential voice for consumers. World Consumer Rights Day have been celebrated since 1983, and the date of March 15th honors the speech made by the US President John Fitzgerald Kennedy to the US Congress on March 15, 1960. In this speech, he coined the four fundamental consumer rights: the right to safety, the right to be informed, the right to choose, and the right to be heard. Since then, World Consumer Rights Day has grown popular and is celebrated every year with a specific theme. One of the most interesting themes, tackling plastic pollution, aimed to raise awareness of sustainable consumption and practices focusing on the manufacturing and usage of plastics and their impact on the environment. Knowing our rights as consumers is crucial because we can only identify whether we are getting fooled or cheated. If we know our consumer rights, most importantly, we can raise our voices and take legal action against any product or service purchase that goes against our rights. Today is also commemorated as World Contact Day on March 15th every year. The day brings all the alien life enthusiasts together to attempt to contact extraterrestrial beings. It is fascinating to see how unidentified flying objects, UFOs, humans have reportedly found on Earth. People claim to see them every minute of the day, but it is not just about flying objects. There are strange and interesting things such as crop circles, unusual signals, and fossils that show the possibility of outside Earth. So, whether ET managed to phone home or not, World Contact Day is a day to learn all about alien encounters. So, World Contact Day has been celebrated by the last 70 years on March 15th. It was initiated by the International Flying Saucer Bureau, IFSB, in 1952 by Albert K. Bender. Later, the founder revealed a strange yet interesting story. Apparently, three men in black visited him at his house and they communicated with him telepathically. He felt that he was being transported, and Bender also reported having a second visit from these floating figures in shadows. They told him they had captured humans from Earth to disguise themselves to have a human form on Earth for their visits. So, in the summer of 1953, Blender made a series of findings revealing the truth about UFO stories, which he planned to publish in October of that year. Later in October, before publishing these discoveries, once again he reported a visit by three men in black who threatened him not to publish his findings of extraterrestrial life. In November 1953, he shut down the Bureau with a caution note to alien life enthusiasts. On this day in 1953, members of the Bureau were asked to send a peaceful telepathic note to aliens in outer space. The aliens asked for a friendly, peaceful, and mutual relationship with humans on Earth and asked them to help ignorant people realize there is extraterrestrial life. In 2013, it was extended for a whole week with a final attempt to have a massive connection on March 22nd. Even though the IFSB is no longer exists, ET enthusiasts from all over the globe still celebrate this World Contact Day. Today is also commemorated as World Essential Workers Day on March 15th, which is celebrated across the world on March 15th. The day is observed to express gratitude to all essential workers whose contribution often go unrecognized. Essential workers are crucial to any economy. They take care of all essential functions. We are surrounded by essential workers and in almost every critical situation. Workers are the first responders. Essential workers consist of police forces, healthcare workers, workers in the sanitary department, and more. Without them, our lives would pretty much come to a standstill. We wish a happy World Essential Workers Day to every essential worker. World Essential Workers Day originated in 2021. It is a brainchild of a young 9-year-old girl, Jane Ratcliffe from Central Texas, who has proven that you can do anything only if you set your mind to it. She had a conversation with the mayor of Killeen, where she requested that all essential workers be honored on a designated day. Radcliffe wanted to honor essential workers such as fire department and police department personnel who risk their lives in critical situations, putting their own safety in jeopardy. Radcliffe was especially moved by the sacrifices of essential workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. The mayor agreed with Radcliffe's suggestion and honored essential workers during a State of City address. So Radcliffe was inspired by her mother, Shona Golden, who is a social worker. Golden too has been involved in the upliftment of essential workers and enthusiastically supported her daughter in the fight to establish World Essential Workers Day. Her mother is especially appreciative of the fact that someone so young would be sympathetic to such an important cause, apart from being a kind person. Radcliffe is also a talented writer. She has already written 3 books at the age of 9. Radcliffe hopes to write more books and contribute doing good deeds for other people throughout her life. World Essential Workers Day is a true lesson in kindness and charity. Essential workers consist of policemen, firemen, healthcare workers, agricultural workers, and more. They are the ones who provide any essential service. Thank an essential worker by saying thank you, write a heartfelt note, or even give them a token of your appreciation. Our society will collapse without essential workers. They provide us with the services that are crucial for us to lead a healthy and happy lifestyle. Don't forget to thank essential workers on World Essential Workers Day. Write them a card or well wish on social media or drop at your nearest public service centers to express your appreciation. Police forces, fire departments, and hospitals often run many charity programs for the welfare of the underprivileged. Celebrate World Essential Workers Day by donating to these charities and urging your friends to do the same. Not many people are aware of the World Essential Workers Day. Why not celebrate the day by posting about it on social media and encouraging more people to do their bit in expressing gratitude to essential workers? 76% of essential workers in healthcare are women, and women make up majority in healthcare. 96% of essential workers in the energy sector are men. Nearly 70% of essential workers are not college graduates, and most don't have a college degree. Only 1 in 8 essential workers is covered by union contracts, which are rare among essential workers. Those covered by union contracts earn nearly 13% more than those who aren't. So, how often you have felt gratitude for essential workers but have been unable to convey your thanks? World Essential Workers Day is the day to do just. There are events dedicated to honoring essential workers. It is impossible to imagine our lives without essential workers. They help us during the most critical situations and make sure all our needs are met. So, World Essential Workers Day. celebrates their indispensable roles in our lives. Celebrations such as World Essential Workers Day inspire us, they teach us to be kind and put forward others' needs before ours. It also encourages us to pursue professions to that help all of humanity. Today is also commemorated as World Speech Day on March 15th, which is an annual celebration of freedom of speech and is marked on March 15th every year. It is the initiative of Simon Gibson, who founded the day in 2015 at the Athens Democracy Forum. Public speaking events are held in over 100 countries, and people from all walks of life are encouraged to voice their opinions in front of an audience. Free speech considered a vital tenet of democracy, seeing a growing threat each year. With World Speech Day, Gibson aspires to bring forward the unexpected voices of dissent on center stage. World Speech Day is a celebration of speech and the power of words. A speech can heal a broken heart, bring a community together, and mend unforeseen bridges. World Speech Day aims to honor speeches for being the oldest medium of mass communication. Simon Gibson, the founder of World Speech Day and the not for profit organization of the same name, understands that even though not everyone is gifted with the talent of public speaking, all of us have something important to contribute to society. A stage can be intimidating space to voice your opinions, but that shouldn't be a barrier to communication. A thought, an idea, and a dream can become a revolution with the power of speech. On March 15, people are provided with a platform to voice their opinions. The organization also equips participants with tools and training manuals for self development. Speeches change the world, says founder Simon Gibson, who established World Speech Day in 2015. The day is all about reaching out to unexpected voices everywhere, from middle school classrooms to community halls, universities, think tanks, multinational companies, and democracy forums. The observation has inspired millions of people and to let go of fear and embrace the power of their voice. So, public speaking events are organized in over 100 nations as people come together to share ideas, promote culture, and build global citizenship. Every World Speech Day has a theme, with some of the past one being humanity at a crossroads, promote culture and build citizenship. Using the simple power of speech to share ideas and thoughts for a better world. There is no better way to mark the day by giving a voice to your own thoughts. Prepare a speech about a topic you really care about. Take the stage and share your thoughts with the world. It doesn't matter how trivial the issue is as long as you are registering your opinion. All of us are brimming with ideas that one day change the world, but not all of us have the courage to share them. The World Speech Day encourages an unexpected voice, shower them with confidence, courage, and reasons as to why their voice matters. Join the global community of inspiring writers, thought leaders, artists, and activities on World Speech Day's official site. Get access to tons of events, training camps, news, and to be part of the global movement. Through public speaking, you can give a voice and a stage to your thoughts and make yourself accessible to the public. The process of preparing for public presentations can hone your research skills tremendously. Establishing yourself as an expert voice in your field is impossible without being vocal about your skills. By committing yourself to the public speaking, you can improve your writing and editing skills. Public speakers exclude a certain kind of confidence that can only be earned by taking the stage yourself. Many times we shy away from our potential and give it to cynicism. World Speech Day urges us to take down our inner walls of shame and fear and emerge from our shells on March 15. You are encouraged to take the mic and share your thoughts with the world. In today's world of fancy brunches and shaky diplomatic ties, a speech can make or break the world order. When wielded with caution, a speech holds the power to bring forth the situations to many problems such as world hunger, climate change, and gender equality. Simon Gibson founded the day to draw unexpected voices in, and it is cardinal welfare that the key to progress is held by most unexpected people. Through public speaking, these people will find their voices and free us all. Today is also commemorated as International Eat an Animal for PETA Day, which falls on March 15th every year, born out of scorn for the people for the ethical treatment of animals, in short known as PETA, and their aggressive and often hurtful and ad campaigns. When Mary Urish saw the organization likening eating meat to the Holocaust every year since 2003, participants observe this day by eating animal products for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also draw awareness to PETA's hypocrisy, considering that their shelters have unusually high rates of euthanization. So, irrespective of what it is, but animal cruelty, animal killings, animal sufferings are to be avoided at any cost. Today is also commemorated as Sri Ramakrishna Jayanti on March 15th in India and across the diaspora, across the world. On March 15th, we are here to tell you how you can celebrate this wonderful day in the best possible way. It has been more than 175 years since sage Ramakrishna was born. Ramakrishna Jayanti, meaning birth anniversary, celebrates the birth of the great sage. Ramakrishna is staunch devotee of goddess Kali. Ramakrishna was a religious leader and reformer. Even today, years after his death, the devotees gather in the Ramakrishna Math, a charitable trust founded by the Ramakrishna student, Swami Vivekananda, to offer their prayers and donations. Ramakrishna was born in 1836 to Kudiram Chattopadhyaya and Chandramani Devi in the villages of Kamarpukur in West Bengal, India. It is believed that Ramakrishna's father and mother had premonitions and spiritual experiences suggesting that God would descend to the earth in the form of their son. Ramakrishna joined school but soon discontinued as he felt that the method of education was not right. He believed that the education system was made so that the students learned less about spirituality and the important things in life, that it was merely a method that taught them to make money and survive in this way. So Ramakrishna had several trance experiences throughout his childhood. His first experience was when he was mesmerized by the sight of cranes flying in a dark blue sky covered with thunder clouds. In 1885, Ramakrishna was appointed as the head priest of the Dakshineshwar Kali temple built by Rani Rashmoni, a wealthy aristocrat. Many years later, Ramakrishna had a huge following. One of his most popular disciples was William Haston, a lecturer in the Scottish Church College. Hasty encouraged Narendranath Datta and a few other students to visit Ramakrishna. Datta was initially skeptical, but when he reached Ramakrishna's mat, he was spellbound. He soon became a staunch follower of Krishna, and later Datta came to be known as Swami Vivekananda. So in 1885, Ramakrishna developed throat cancer, and by 1886, Ramakrishna took his last breath. Vivekananda led a group of disciples and formed a fellowship at Baranagar near the Ganges River. This was the initiation of Ramakrishna Math, and thus March 15th was selected to be Ramakrishna Jayanti. Sharada Devi was Ramakrishna's wife, and she was a religious teacher and was known as the Holy Mother, Sri Sharada Devi or Holy Mother. Many of the Ramakrishna's disciples believed that Ramakrishna was an avatar of God. Parahamsa literally means supreme swan and is a title given to the spiritual leaders in India. Ramakrishna is said to have seen Goddess Kali multiple times. His follower Vivekananda has stated that he has seen Goddess Kali. Ramakrishna had asked Vivekananda to ask money for, but as soon as the Vivekananda saw Kali, he forgot all about materialistic pursuits. Ramakrishna was one of the most influential spiritual leaders of the 19th century. One of his greatest teachings was that all spiritual roads have one destination. Using this day to learn more about the great mystic and his teachings, let everyone know that it is Ramakrishna Jayanti. Make a post on the Life and Times and share it on social media page. You can post related pictures and videos as well. So if you want to know more about this great spiritual leader and his teachings, you can visit the Ramakrishna Math in India. Spiritual guidance is provided at the institution. It would be a much remarkable journey on a spiritual quest. Ramakrishna believed that the goal of the human life is realization of the ultimate reality. Ramakrishna believed that the ultimate reality is one, but it can be either personal or impersonal. Ramakrishna believed that the ultimate reality is one, but can be recognized through different paths. Ramakrishna believed that purity of mind is an important condition to attain ultimate reality. Ramakrishna believed that egoism was the root cause of all suffering. So Ramakrishna's teaching spread all around the world. World-renowned spiritual leader Swami Vivekananda was a faithful follower of Ramakrishna, and that proves how influential Ramakrishna's teachings were. This day allows us to look back and learn from the teachings of the spiritual guru Ramakrishna. As we dive deep into the history of Sri Ramakrishna, we find other amazing historical facts about the lives of the spiritual gurus and contemporary society. This day is a great day to read more and expand our general knowledge on these spiritual gurus. We often get caught up with our busy lives and the associated stress. This day allows us to set aside the stress and gives us the opportunity for self introspection and to understand the importance of spirituality in our life. Today is also commemorated as International Day to combat religious phobia, especially the Hindu phobia or Islamophobia undermines human rights and social cohesion. Intolerance and discrimination against any community, it may be Hindus, Muslims, or any religious communities, have existed for a long time after the emergence of many religions after Hinduism, but have intensified in recent years due to the factors such as war on terror, terrorism, economic insecurity, and growing diversity in many societies, media narratives, and public rhetoric have often fueled fear and resentment by portraying certain communities like Hindus in case of Hindu phobia, Muslims in case of Islamophobia, phobia, as extremists and a threat to the security. And this us versus them mindset combined with limited cultural understanding reinforce harmful stereotypes. As a result, many Hindus across the world and many Muslims across the world face discrimination, including verbal and physical attacks, religious profiling, unequal access to jobs, housing, healthcare, and education, and limits on expressing their religion publicly. And they may also experience overlapping discrimination based on ethnicity, economic status, citizenship, and gender. Racism, xenophobia, and related discrimination and intolerance exist in all societies, everywhere. Racism harms not just the lives of those who endure it, but also society as a whole. We all live in a society characterized by discrimination, division, distrust, intolerance, and hate. The fight against racism is everyone's fight. We all have a part to play in building a world beyond racism. Say no to hate speech, incites violence and intolerance. The devastating effect of the hatred is sadly nothing new. However, its scale and impact are now amplified by the new communication technologies because fighting hatred, discrimination, racism, and inequality are among its core principles. The United Nations is working to confront the hate speech at every turn. You can too. This week is also commemorated as American Chocolate Week from 15th to 21st. In the third full week of March every year, which is celebrated which is a versatile food, can be had on almost every occasion and for any meal. Today is also commemorated as Down Syndrome's Awareness Week from March 15 to 21st. Across the globe, every year, the purpose of this week is to create awareness about the individuals with Down syndrome and the difficulties they face in their lives. The week also helps everyone understand how people with the syndrome can lead normal lives. This is essential to increasing their lifespan and making the world a place where everyone can live equally. So, throughout the week, different awareness activities are held to spread the message and identify with those with Down syndrome. Play your part in making this world a better place by spreading the message. There is also commemorated as National Agricultural Week, AG Week, which is celebrated every year in March, and the dates announced by Agricultural Council of America, which commemorates and celebrates and acknowledges the agricultural industry and the role it plays in stabilizing the economy. This day gives thanks to the industry as a whole for being a source of abundant food, fiber, and renewable products. It also provides millions with stable jobs and careers. It also emphasizes the efforts made by those involved in agriculture for providing us with necessities that most of us take for granted. This week is also commemorated as National Animal Poison Prevention Week in US. Take a minute to pause and honor National Animal Poison Prevention Week held during the third full week in March each year. It takes This week educates pet owners on what can poison their pets, how to spot signs of poisoning, and how to help pets if they exhibit such signs. This week ties into National Poison Prevention Week, which details the many dangers on the spring season and how to protect humans from accidental poisoning. National Animal Poison Prevention Week runs as part of the Pet Poison Prevention Awareness Month, a larger cause to spread awareness about pet poisoning. Humans started domesticating animals long ago, probably since the cavemen walked around. They, their purpose in our lives gradually underwent a shift. However, cats no longer were simple rat traps and dogs went from hunting partners to the human's best friends. As the bond grew, so did the knowledge that animals need as much, if not more, care as humans did. Animal care might have been rudimentary by today's standards, but it is still existed. Even the ancient Romans would spay, castrate, and even operate on their pets as a form of care. Their invasion of various lands spread this knowledge to pet care, but the world still had a long way to go. In 1863, an American diplomat on assignment to Russia, Henry Bergh, prevented a carriage driver from beating his fallen horse. Upon returning to his hometown, New York, after his resignation, Bergh founded the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. It became the first and only humane society in the Western Hemispheres. Owners could not get information about pet care over the internet, so ASPCA and other organizations, pamphlets, and articles came to the rescue. By the 1990s, concern over animals has taken an upswing. People place more value on the lives of animals. The next few decades, organizations, even the Food and Drug Administration, taking more care to ensure every aspect of pet care. Pet stores, pet food, and even pet toys were safe. The ASPCA, among other organizations, influenced legislation and legal proceedings, bringing to the light animal suffering and highlighting our responsibilities in this regard. All these years later, now view animal care very differently. National Animal Poison Prevention Week reflects our changing view of pet care and is a special event to protect our pet buddies from accidental harm. So brush up on your knowledge of common items that can harm your pets. Check online for various resources or even talk to your veterinarian. Armed with knowledge of what can harm your pet, go ahead and pet proof your home and immediate surroundings. You can even check local pet friendly places for plants and other things harmful to your pets. Stay away and warn others to do the same. Spread the knowledge about the pet poisons. All pet owners, ensure pet is possible danger. So many common sugaries, gums, candies, mints, flavored multivitamins, desserts, and even baked goods might contain a sweetener called xylitol, which is toxic to drugs. So avoid sweet food items. Drugs like NSAIDs, acetaminophen, and antidepressants can cause serious health issues when ingested by pets. Some flowers, like lilies, are lethal to cats. Certain types of chocolate, such as baker's chocolate and dark chocolate, are more harmful to pets rather than other chocolate products. So, fertilizers and pest control products are often combined with dangerous chemicals that are harmful to pets if ingested. So, according to the ASPCA website, countless poisoning complaints come in every year, and most are accidental poisonings. Spreading the word about the National Animal Prevention Poison Awareness. The National Animal Poison Prevention Week can help save our vulnerable pets from harm. Learn to avoid toxic products. We are reducing our consumption. of pet toxic products, or at the very least storing them where our pets cannot get to them. Today is also commemorated as National Anonymous Giving Week from March 15 to 21st. Celebrated annually during the full week of March, sometimes people choose to donate money to their favorite causes without revealing their identities, whether for religious reasons or because they do not want to be recognized for their generosity. Even popular celebrities and philanthropists may want to remain anonymous when they make large donations. In the end, what really matters is helping the less privileged. Today is also commemorated as National Bubble Week from March 15 to 22nd in US. It takes Hasbro started this week-long event to celebrate and welcome the spring season. It comes as no surprise that bubbles are used to welcome each new spring. And during the National Bubble Week that has now been celebrated over 20 times, the fun indecence of bubbles have become synonymous with spring, making them an apt symbol. This week is a great time to invite kids and adults alike to kick off the season by blowing bubbles in the great big outdoors. This joyful is always a welcome transition from the cold winter, in our opinion. Today is also commemorated as National Inhalants and Poisonous Awareness Week from March 15 to 21st. There's nothing we could do to keep our families healthy and safe. We go to doctors, eat healthy, and exercise often. But did you know that innocuous objects around the house can severely impair health? Harmful inhalants lie in most household products such as sprays, polishes, and glue. Repeated exposure to these chemicals can affect our heart, lung, and brain health in the long term. National Inhalant and Poisons Awareness Week create awareness and shares preventive measures that we all can take. So the National Inhalant Prevention Week coalition was created this week to raise public awareness of the dangerous inhalants, several that lie inconspicuously around the average American home. Since these substances produce vapors, people may unwittingly be breathing toxic chemicals into their bodies. Inhalants contain psychoactive properties similar to other mood-altering substances, such as alcohol, drugs, or benzos. They take effect almost instantly, within seconds, once inhaled through either the nose or mouth. The lungs quickly absorb the chemicals which travel into the bloodstream and brain. Once embedded in our bodies, the chemicals can impair our breathing, nervous system, and cardiovascular functions. Most inhalants are incredibly toxic, causing irreparable damage to health. Adolescents at the highest risk from these chemicals. Studies show that inhalant abuse is rampant among teens who sniff glue and other substance for a high. These effects are short-lived, but therein lies the danger. Inhalant abusers tend to get their fix for hours through repeated sniffing. Rampant inhalant abuse may lead to withdrawal, addiction, and sometimes even an overdose. There are hundreds of inhalant drugs. They vary in their toxicity, chemical composition, or form. What's scary is many of them are products that we use every day, readily available at any store. Think products such as glue, nail polish removers, or felt tip markers. Toxic inhalants also come in the form of hairspray, fabric protectors, or aerosol deodorants. Other sources include helium balloons, paint thinners, and propane tanks. National Inhalants and Poison Awareness Week aim to create more awareness of the dangers of the inhalants through public campaigns and resource dissemination. This week is also commemorated as National Clean Out Your Closet Week from 15 to 21st. Third week in March is a productive day and week that takes place just made by someone who's trying to get their kids to clean their closets. Has been around for years and often creates quite a buzz when it comes around. People who have been meaning to clean out their closets use this week as a kickstart for changing their lifestyles and find that whole nation doing the same thing motivates them. This week is also commemorated as National Poison Prevention Week from March 15 to 27, observed in the third week of March every year and exists to highlight the risk of being poisoned by household products. Take a peek under your kitchen sink or in your laundry room, and there's a tons of stuff that can be dangerous. Household cleaning agents, prescription medications, pesticides, and other items can pose serious hazards to the health and well being of our families and even our pets. National Poison Prevention Week is here to raise awareness of these dangers and to make sure we all are mindful of what lurks in our homes. Today is also commemorated as Schools Library Media Center Week from 15 to 21st, 2026. You must remember your school library evolving into a new and exciting space. The Media Center, students learn skills that prepare them for complexities of living and working in the modern world. Information is available in several formats, combating print and electronic materials and activities coordinated with classroom assignments. This week is also commemorated as Sunshine Week from March 15 to 21st, which to coincide the National Freedom of Information Day, which occurs in the same day this year on March 16. This year takes place from March 15 to 21st. And often United States signed the Freedom of Information Act into law in 1966. It was the third country in the world to do that. Sunshine Week raises awareness of the importance of open government and promotes dialogue on the impact of excessive official secrecy, public discussions on open government with participants including nonprofits, schools, civic groups, and media organizations. Today is also commemorated as Belarus Constitution Day in Belarus on March 15. Commemorates the day Belarus adopted the country's basic law 3 years after declaring independence from the Soviet Union and became a democratic nation governed by the institution of the presidency. The date has a special meaning for Belaruses. It's a reminder that they choose to open a chapter in modern history, strengthening their national ties and protecting their values for generations to come. It is also commemorated as National Peanut Lovers Day on March 15th. In the US, which is dedicated to the fans of peanuts and the legume itself. The peanut is a matter of fact a member of the legume family, like peas, beans, or lentils. Average average American consumes about 6 pounds of nuts per year. Peanuts are more than just nature's sweet snacks. They are also healthy and packed with important nutrients, especially protein. Scientists say that nut eaters may live longer than non. Peanuts may be enjoyed alone or in various nut-based treats. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations and celebrations. We invite you all for presentations and participation and collaborations for this World Social Work Month celebrations. And we request everyone to fill the feedback form before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining. Take care. Good night.